strongly caution, the following programs are intended for mature audiences over the age of 18. These programs may contain some material that many parents would not find suitable for children and may include intense violence, sexual situations, coarse language, and suggestive dialogue.
So, happy Friday. First off, my beer is frozen. And it's
That's
really...
what I was wondering, if your beer was frozen.
Yes, my beer is fucking frozen. So, let's wait till that goes. I know some of you are like, what the fuck is going on? Because normally this is plugged in. Yes, normally it's plugged in. But see, what happened was we had a big whole bunch of fuck ups. And we ended up having to redo Xero Hour for today. So they are taking the place of plugged in. And yes, we still have another show after this. So 2 bands tonight. So you get double dose. So we are here with Xero Hour, who is now in the fucking hot seat for today. How are you?
Hey, what's up, guys? My name's actually Tej Light. I'm the front man and for the band Xero Hour.
Gotcha.
Right.
So you're up on the hot seat. You can either roll a dice or you can pick a number 1 through 101.
Oh man, we're kicking it off just like that. If you notice, I keep looking to my left. It's because I got the comments up for Facebook and stuff, so I can see what everybody's saying there too. Let's go with number 12.
Number 12 it is. If you can have a sold out concert in the United States and overseas, where would you have it at?
Overseas, somewhere in Ireland would be perfect.
Yeah, it would be.
Ireland would be perfect. I'm going there in July.
You'll have to tell us how it is. That's been one of the places on my bucket list forever, and I've never got to go.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to it for years. My fiance's been looking forward to it. So we're getting married in Ireland in July. So
congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm not playing a show there, but I would love to play a show there, take the fellas over and rock out.
Yeah.
There's some bands over there that we follow and they follow us. We were kind of chatting about that earlier, but they're pretty cool. They got a lot of different variety, just stuff. At first I was just kind of like, what is this? But they ended up being really, really cool and really supportive and gave me some tips along the way as well. So it was pretty cool.
Great.
In the United States, man, I know where I think some of the people, or at least I know where some of the guys in the band would like to say. I'm going to go with one of the venues that I just really love is the Palace down in Louisville. It's just this old Gothic, like, has marble statues of angels and all kinds of stuff and faces up on the ceiling. And
see, we have one like that in Jacksonville.
Okay.
It's actually one of the times that one of the coolest shows I ever got to see there was Ghost.
Oh wow.
Ghost played there, and it was fucking phenomenal. And it's the same way. It's all the architecture and marble, and you go in. It's like an old theater, and you go in. It's got the marble flooring and all that shit. I don't know. Those shows are just cool to me.
Right, I agree, and
Really
we
are.
mentioned In This Moment a little bit ago too, and that was where I saw them the first time.
I seen them at the same damn place in
And I
Jacksonville.
saw Seven Dust actually opened for them, so
Mhm.
and that was my first time seeing Seven Dust live. So that was really really cool. And then a year ago, this upcoming I think March or April, I'd got to take my son and my drummer and my fiance. We all went down to see Godsmack on their Vibe tours, and
Ooh.
that was just a really crazy atmosphere, and to do it at that theater was it was a really cool show for Godsmack. I've seen they're very inspirational to me, and I've seen them I don't know about 4 or 5 times now. But they really did just a really good way of setting up the theater and making it just this really crazy experience. That was probably the best show I've ever seen by them.
Yeah, see, I enjoy. I want to say that I liked In This Moment. I was a big fan of their performances before she turned into the Britney Spears of metal and has to change outfits every 2 songs. So when I went and seen her, it was supposed to be like a 2-hour set. That was really more of an hour and a half of her changing and about 30, 45 minutes of
Makes
music,
sense.
maybe.
She
Yeah.
does really good with the theatrical show though, and I feel like in music anymore, you got to have some type of theatricalness to you. That definitely helps along a lot of ways, but I feel like depending on as you grow more and more, you're either going to go theatrical or you're just going to be straight up. This is my music, take it or leave it. You know,
I would have to agree with you because, like, my band, it's theatrical, extremely theatrical, and it is like you're right. It's either what you go either one way or the other, and that's about all you got. All right, so on that one, you want to roll or do you want to pick?
I'll roll.
Roll we go. Number
Are you ready to
31. If you can bring back any rock and roll star, who would it be?
bring back like from the dead?
Uh-huh.
From the dead.
I know
Or
that's
in
a hard
general,
one.
because I'm sure
This
there's
is one of those really, really hard ones.
Right? Because as soon as you say a name, then you're going to think of another name, and then we're going to talk, and then I'm going to be like, duh, should have brought this one back too. All of them. Bring back everybody. Let's all just have a party. No.
Hey, that's why we designed these questions for them to like actually go into like monologue. Most bands get it, but there's some bands that are like they just fire off answer. We're like,
Right.
God damn, we're going through like 100 questions.
yeah.
You're
You're not supposed to get through all 101 questions.
Yeah, we're supposed to like have some conversation. I know for me, I can actually answer it really easily, Mike.
Yeah, who would you pick?
And for me, who got me into heavy metal and got me to be a musician was Motorhead.
Okay.
The first time I was an MTV kid. I mean, I'm in my 40s. I grew up on MTV. And the minute I seen the video for Ace of Spades and I seen him on that, I was like, I want to be him. I not the singing part. I want to play the bass. I want to be Lemmy.
Yeah.
I tried the singing part and I suck at it. I'm fucking horrible, and I'm just gonna stick to playing the bass. That's it.
You know what? For a long time I was kind of like the dude, always listening. Somebody be like, "Oh, you like this band?" And I'd hear him sing, and I'd be like, "No, I hate that band. I hate how they sing." Anymore, having been doing the music for a while and being a musician for a little bit, and just growing over the last 10 years, almost 10 years, 9 years now, because I started Xero Hour in 2016. It's just, you'll have so many people say, you know what, you can't sing, you can't do this, you can't do that. And I've come to the point where, fuck them, man. Like, just go out there and sing your heart out, because somebody is either A, going to like it or they're going to connect with it. And if you can do both, you're golden. You know,
Yeah.
fans,
I mean,
man. But
Yep.
anybody, it's just like learning to play guitar. Anybody can learn how to sing.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to. You know, and that's why I tell
Yeah,
people,
you truly
don't limit yourself. To answer the question though, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to say I would love to see Hendrix, but
Yeah.
Lane Stanley, man. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like so many people, I've heard that question asked a lot of times, but so many people have skipped over like more newer musicians because they're always think, oh, I got to think of somebody, you know, Beethoven. You didn't, yeah, that was, you know, and as much as I like the older guys that have passed away and stuff over the years and everything, I think Lane was a great lyricist, and
Could you imagine if Lane was still alive?
oh, it'd be
Yeah.
crazy. Well, I
And
mean,
you talking about it like makes my damn like sound just like
right. Well, I mean, I said, you know, you hear this, especially now that they're back in doing stuff again. Lincoln Park, you know, Chester, like,
Mhm.
what would they be doing right now? What would he be doing right now?
Exactly.
And that's just been a few years, you know. It hasn't even been that long, but like each musician, I feel like no matter who you are and no matter what genre they were, if you go back and listen to any musician that passed away, just any song or their top hit, something about it's going to say something to you. And that is just, that's why they're legends. It is.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's just, but
Definitely.
you gotta say for our little generational area, there's just some that just stand out, and it's like Lane Staley's one of them, and you know Kurt Cobain, Chester,
Yeah.
Chris Cornell.
Yep.
Those are like four just insane legends that if they were still around today, I would love to have seen, especially Lane. That's really, to me, that's the one that I'm with you on Lane Staley, because I was a huge Alice in Chains fan. Huge Alice in Chains fan.
Yeah. Like, and so many bands today, I feel like, and so many musicians today, like you mentioned Alice in Chains, and it's funny how 10 years ago I would have been like Rooster. Now I'm
Yeah.
like, you know, Numb, or you know, you just name a different
Mhm.
different song by them at a different point of your life, and that's something that I feel like Alice in Chains really just kind of they had that part in them.
You know, it's kind of funny that you
Dimebag, I like Dimebag.
yeah, Dimebag's
Yeah.
another one. I like that you brought that up because me and a friend were talking the other day, and he was talking about how the musicians that we listened to then, that we still listen to them to this day, and our younger self, if we said this is my favorite song by that musician, is it still the same song today, or is it completely different, just to kind of show the way that our thought process changes
Right.
as we go? And he was like, for you, who is one of your like absolute biggest influences music wise? And I was like, Marilyn Manson. He goes, okay, so what was your favorite song of Marilyn Manson when you were way younger? I'm like, well, Sweet Dreams. I mean, it was the first song I heard of
Yeah, it
his.
was a movie, wasn't it?
Huh?
Well, didn't they put his cover of that in a movie or something, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it's been his songs have been in tons of movies. So I was like, well, it's half and half. It's Sweet Dreams and Dope Hat, because I actually was introduced to Marilyn Manson way before Smells Like Children ever came out, because his first album was Portrait of an American Family, which had like the big song on that was like Dope Hat, but that's still probably one of my favorite albums to this day of his. And he's like, what is your favorite song now, though? And I was like, I guess it's Say 10. And he was like, yeah, he goes, it's completely matured. He's like, so think about that. Think about, you're still listening to the same guy, still a huge influence on you, but your favorite song then compared to now is totally different. And even the music is completely matured, because Say 10 is nothing like what he did when
Right.
he first came out. The music has completely changed and matured.
Oh yeah, and it's really crazy. I got to see Marilyn perform. He opened up for Five Finger Death Punch this last summer,
Mm-hmm.
and I was lucky enough to go with Venom Magazine, who I think they're watching. Um, Luckily enough to go with Venom Magazine to the show and watch and experience it, and never seen Manson or Five Finger Death Punch before in my life. I've listened to them, obviously, just never got a chance to go to a show, and I was just like, man, this is crazy. But you saw guys that were probably, I'm in my mid 30s, and I saw guys that were close to 50, maybe a little bit older there.
Yeah.
And then I saw people bringing 17, 18-year-old kids, So
That's
it's
great to
just,
see, though.
it's right. Exactly. It's that music is timeless, really.
Yeah.
It is, but it just kind of goes into like it makes me think when we talk about that whole question of musicians that we would bring back, and it's like they were already doing amazing stuff then, but it sucks that we never got to see like the full potential of what they should have been, could have been, and that just kills me. Kills me. All right, so you want to pick or you want to roll?
I'll pick. Let's go with what was that last one? 31.
Yes.
Let's roll with. Let's go with 44.
44 it is. All right. What is one animal you would love to see out in the wild?
Oh, wow. Okay, these definitely make you think.
Bears?
I've seen. I'm an avid hiker. I'm out in nature all the time. I love hiking. It's just something I've done. I've lived in various of places for a little bit, like Hawaii, for example, California,
Nice.
down in the Carolinas. I've traveled a little bit here and there. Oh, so animal, man, out in the wild. I want to see a dinosaur out in the wild. That's what I want to see.
That'd be cool.
Did you say a dinosaur?
Yeah, I want to see a dinosaur.
I mean, technically, you probably have. If you ever seen an alligator, fuck dinosaur.
No, I want to see a T-Rex walking around, man. I'm just no, I'm crazy. I'd love to out in the wild. I'd love to see like a tiger. I think that'd be really cool, because usually tigers, they're more rainforest near India and China. They're not so much in Africa as lions are and stuff, but just to, I don't know, you always have tigers and panthers too. I don't know. I like the big jungle cats that are hanging out in trees and like Jungle Book.
We actually have black panthers here, and
really?
yeah, and we actually one of our because I'm a property manager by day. I do short-term vacation rentals.
Okay.
And we had one of my clients hit us up and they're like, what the fuck is this? And they sent us the damn video of it. And it was a video of this giant cat that we were like, there's no way that that's a damn house cat. It's huge. That's just laying in the damn freaking driveway, just chilling in the driveway.
What?
Well, then the very next day, I was just scrolling through the headlines, and there was a thing where they were talking about how I guess some I don't know, scientists or some shit have like reintroduced the Black Panther into the Carolinas. Now they're starting to fucking pop up.
That's crazy. I just seen a video on TikTok the other day where leopards, they're spotting leopards down along like the south and the coast, like near Texas and Georgia and stuff like that. And I was like, what? And these things are huge. Wow. Like they look like like right out of the jungle leopards. And I'm like, oh man.
Wow. It sounds like the world's trying to tell us.
Right. Yeah. Nature's coming back.
Animals.
Nature's coming back. And I was like, look out my window over here. It looks like the Ice Age.
You might get one of those saber-tooth tigers crawling up to your front door over there.
Oh, hell, you go down in fucking Florida, the Everglades, they got goddamn anacondas and Burmese pythons now and fucking all kinds of shit. All kinds of shit.
All right.
Yeah, they got I've seen down in the Everglades I've seen stuff where people due to the hurricanes have lost like all kinds of snakes and stuff over the years. And now they have a real huge like what was it, python and exotic snake problem down in the Everglades, like fighting crocs and stuff. It's like, uh-oh. What
Wow, I
we
didn't even think
create?
about that, but yeah, holy smokes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I would actually, for me, I would actually really, and this sounds stupid, but I used to breed reptiles for a long time. I did all kinds of snakes and frogs and stuff like that. But I've got this insane passion for two things, and one is ball pythons, but the second one is poison dart arrow frogs. I would love to go to the Amazon and just look for poison dart arrow frogs and just take pictures.
Oh,
Because
that'd be great.
I like to do wildlife photography,
Are
and I
those like the really bright neon colored?
Mhm.
Okay. Those
Bro,
I see those on Instagram and stuff, like some of the pages I follow
yep.
and whatnot. It's pretty
I used to breed them, and I loved them, and especially at night because they sing every night, and every species has its own song that it sings, and it doesn't sound like a normal frog. It sounds like singing, and I
oh,
used to
that's weird.
fall asleep to it every night, and it was just amazing,
I'm gonna have
amazing.
to look that up and listen to it or something because that just
Because
sounds
they're only poisonous based upon what they eat. So in captivity, you only feed them wingless
Oh.
fruit flies, so they're not poisonous.
didn't
But
know.
in the Amazon, they eat insects that are, create venom and poison, and they create it off of whatever they eat. And they
Gotcha.
secrete it through the skin. But if what they're eating isn't poisonous or venomous, there's nothing to create. There's nothing to use. So they're completely harmless.
All right.
That's that whole you are what you eat.
Basically, yeah. Now, if you let like black widows or something get in their cage and they eat a black widow spider, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to roll or you want to pick?
Let's roll this time.
Rolled. All right, 53. What is 53? All right. What is your favorite meal to cook? Are you a cooker?
Favorite meal to cook. Ha! It's limited. I can make about 7 things if I'm lucky. I guess I don't know. I like cooking pork chops and like some vegetables and stuff. I kind of took
Okay.
some tips from my fiance, and yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty good at that. I'm pretty good at like making tacos. I love pizza,
Tacos are
but
always
I
good.
feel like if you're baking a pizza at home, you're just baking it. You didn't really do anything else. I guess you could if you wanted to, but I don't because I'm lazy.
All right, well, what's your favorite pizza?
Favorite pizza: mushroom and pineapple.
Mushroom and
Mushroom
pineapple.
and pineapple.
Huh.
Yeah, I suggest before.
No, I love both.
No,
I
I like
love
pineapple.
both, but I've never had the two combined.
I know it's
themselves.
really weird when I first did it, and I was like, I'm either going to really love this or really hate it. And if you like mushroom on pizza and you like pineapple on pizza, it's awesome. Don't knock
I
it till you
do.
try it.
I
had a guy
do.
at work
Like,
try it.
I'm intrigued. Like I'm willing to try it.
I had a guy at work try it, especially like if you order from Domino's, right? And you have to get the handmade pan, well done,
Okay.
mushroom and pineapple. And so he did this guy at work, he came up to me like the following week and he goes, that was actually really fucking good. He's like, that like was great.
See, I have a
Yeah.
couple of different ones. I like pineapple, Canadian bacon, and jalapeno,
Ooh, that sounds spicy.
which is one of mine. And then another one is jalapeno, mushroom, black olive, and pepperoni. Another one of mine. And then fucking pepperoni and anchovies.
Oh wow. I can't do the anchovies.
Dude,
Yeah.
I always thought that. I was like, no, anchovy, that's nasty. That's fuck that. But I love seafood. There's really not a seafood on this planet that I won't eat because I love seafood. Now, my dad, he's a big anchovy guy. Big, he's the one that loves it and all that shit. He was like, just fucking try it. Well, I wouldn't do it. We went to this Peaches joint one night and we got really fucking drunk watching
It always
fucking
starts with
football. And he was like, I bet you won't try this. You won't eat. Of course, I'm fucking drunk. I'm like, I'll do it.
Alright.
Give it to me.
Every time.
Hilarious.
I start eating it. I'm like, damn, that's not bad.
I can eat anchovies. Don't get me wrong. I can eat them, but I just can't eat them on pizza.
I haven't tried them
Okay.
on pizza, to be honest with you. We usually do like pepperoni and pineapple and
There you go.
jalapenos.
That's how I started, was pineapple and pepperoni, and then I switched to mushroom because pepperoni can be bad for you.
Yes. No,
This
it
is
can be.
true.
And sometimes it's a little too spicy. I get it. I can't eat pepperoni all
I
the time
try
either.
to eat. I try to eat good and clean and stay away from a lot of like the bad stuff. But there's every once in a while that you kind of just have to, indulge every once in a while. Every once in a while. All right. So you want to roll or you want to pick?
Let's roll. I like rolling. Rolling's fun.
All
Rolling
right.
is fun.
63. Last song you sang in the shower.
It's a good question.
No, right?
I think it was either one of Xero Hours. I was going through lyrics in my head for and we had just got back. We just got back pretty much the final products on 2 songs on a new album we're working on right now that will be out later this year. The song that I was singing in the shower though was Salem Burns, just because it's this really catchy trance vibe. Like,
Okay.
I don't know, when you're
Maybe so,
listening to
sure.
it at first, you're like, okay, this is groovy, and then by the end of it, you're like, holy crap! Like I was just really locked into that for whatever reason. Which in that case, since it's doing that to a few people we've shown it to, I'd say it's doing its job of what it's supposed to be. It's called Salem Burns, and it's about the Salem witch trial,
Right.
so very witchy. The other song, see, I don't remember if it was that one or if I was singing Alien Angel by the band 3.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe you were doing a mashup.
I might have been. I don't know. I think I might have smoked a little bit that before.
Now you're speaking her language.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Now
the
I
only-
get you.
Well, the only people that could probably smoke Snoop Dogg under the table.
That'd
I
be a lot.
would put money on her. I would put money on her.
No.
I'll take.
Now, I
your word
don't
for it.
know about putting money on her against Willie Nelson. That one I'm not really sure on.
Whew. You get some willy weed.
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
You're my family. You're my cousin. I love you, but I don't know if you can go up against Willie Nelson.
Depends on what he's smoking.
I mean, even Snoop Dogg himself, he said Willie made him tap out. He could. Yes. Look it up. There's a whole interview on YouTube where they interviewed Snoop Dogg about this like massive smoke out that was like a bunch of them that smoked, and it was like all your like standard like potheads that you know in the industry, like fucking what's that fucking comedian? Shit.
Like the Broken Lizard guys, like how they did with Beer Fest.
Kind of, yeah, but it was like smoking. It was like Snoop Dogg, Willie Nelson.
The guy from Knocked Up. What's his name?
Yes, the guy from Knocked Up.
Oh, wait. Was this Bert Krishner? Was that like on an episode of
Yes.
Bert Krishner? Or
Yeah, I
whatever?
think so.
I'm the machine.
Yes. Yes.
I know what you're talking about. It took me a second.
Yeah. That is exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. All right.
That's
so
hilarious.
you want to roll? You want to pick? Or no, you like the rolling. Fucking
Yeah,
rolling.
roll.
like
Let's just keep rolling.
Yeah, let's just keep.
Roll until you tell me time's up.
All right. First band T-shirt that you have owned.
Like, okay, so just band like in general or band as in like
What's the first like hard rock or metal band T-shirt you ever bought?
I think is either AC/DC Back in Black one when I was like a teenager, or it was what was the other shirt I had? Led Zeppelin. I had this Led Zeppelin shirt with one of their albums. You know, everybody had it in high school.
Yeah, I know.
It was one of those
Yep,
two
yep.
shirts.
I think I still have AC/DC Back in Black. I actually rebought it because, well,
I have a
gotta
hoodie
keep
of
the
it now.
statement. You upgraded.
Yeah, I upgraded. Now I have a hoodie.
All right. So on that, to add to that, what is your favorite band T-shirt that is currently in your closet right now?
Oh,
What's the
oh, I got a lot of shirts.
Me
I
too.
don't have that many band shirts. That's the thing. I try to get merch from everybody, especially playing shows out.
Mm-hmm.
I usually do the trade. You know, here's a T-shirt of mine for a T-shirt of yours. I'd say right now it's between my Godsmack 25th anniversary, their first album, the 25th anniversary hoodie, or my Rolling Stones hoodie.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. See, I actually
nice.
try to buy a lot of the bands that we have on the show because I support small indie bands. So
Yeah.
a lot of them, if they have some cool ass T-shirts and shit, I try to buy at least like 2-3 a month. I'll find bands and I'll fucking go their shit. I'll buy it and I'll usually fucking wear it on the show.
Well,
Like one of
other
my
than shows, we Xero Hour. You can buy. I put the link or the website in there. It's just zerohourband.com. 0 hour spelled with an X, like on the screen.
right.
But yeah, we're changing our merch up a little bit this year though. Because you know, for a long time, you're excited, you're a new band, you want this, I want that, I want this, I want that.
Yeah.
And over the years I've figured out what people really want and will buy versus what I'm wasting money on. So
Right.
Exactly.
so we're changing up our merch, and we played around with logos over the years. We went right now you can get a shirt that has like a pirate logo in the middle of 0 hour, because we write pirate songs, like actual history. Like we have a song called "Teach" about
That's
Blackbeard, for and then there's one about with an alien head in it that's on our website right now. That design, that's not because we have the song UFO, which is another song we do have out, but it was just kind of making things different, you know. And aliens are, a lot of people that know me are, I'm the weird alien conspiracy theory guy, and I'm like, and then
Right.
everybody's like, what do you know about these drones? These drones showing up, what do you know? And I'm like, I thought I was just this
drones.
weirdo to you, you know, like you call me nuts.
Right?
Now you're freaking out about a drone.
I went down the rabbit hole with that shit one night because I didn't even know about it. Because I don't watch, like, I'm one of these guys. I
I'll
don't
have to
watch
tell
TV. I don't ever fucking watch TV. I don't watch any news. The only TV I watch is usually, I'm a big sports guy. I'll watch fucking football, college, NFL, hockey, NBA, sports I'll watch, but that's about it. I don't watch the news. I don't really watch any shows hardly. It's got to be something if it's a movie, I have to be really into it. And
I got
so
you.
we're in band practice one day, and my fucking vocalist is like, "Are you seeing this shit about all the mystery drones?" I'm like, "What are you talking
yeah.
about right now?" And she's like,
Next to the pirate flag.
"These drones
That's
are
right.
everywhere." And she starts like talking about it. She's like, "It's fascinating," and I'm like, I have no idea what you're even talking about. And she's like, "Go look it up." I'm like, "Okay." She's like, "Right now." I'm like, "Oh, I'll do it later."
Okay.
But I did that night. I'm laying in bed and I start watching it, and I'm like, "Oh shit, she ain't lying. Like this shit's legit,
Oh
legit
yeah.
Figure
going
it out.
on."
I grew up in the X-Files era, you know, so that was Friday night, 9 o'clock, X-Files, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of on the young side when it first started, so it kind of creeped the shit out of me at first, you know.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of stayed in that sci-fi, you know, type of stuff, and eventually I started. I don't know. I started really doing like a lot of history research. I'm a big history buff. I am like, I want to go to Iceland. I'm going to Ireland. I want to go to Norway. I want to go walk the pyramids. Like I want to walk on top of the pyramids. If they tell me I can't, like somebody get jail money ready because I'm walking up the damn thing. Yeah. Like, and I'll tell them. So I played a show with it called Rocktober. That Venom magazine put on. It had Edema and One Day Alive and a bunch of awesome bands on it. And Edema, which a lot of people know, is created by Jonathan Davis's little brother,
Right.
From Korn. And I was out back after a show, and their lead singer we were just having fun and being funny, you know. And their lead singer Tim, I'll never forget this. I was like, oh crap, man, like the cops over there. We probably should just like chill out for a second, you know. And he goes, man, there's no rules when you're a rock star. And I'm like, I want that attitude. That's what I want. I want to be able to just be like, I don't care. I'm, you know.
Whatever, rock star.
But
Do what you
yeah,
want.
I love history, and I went into it, and then I started connecting like UFOs and aliens with like historical events, and then I went down the whole ancient alien avenue for a long time, and all kinds of stuff, and you can't just say we're by ourselves out here, you know.
Yeah.
Have you seen the guy on TikTok that swears up and down that he's an alien?
Is that the bald headed dude?
Yeah.
He's like,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Okay. That guy, at times, I'm like, this dude is smoking either really good weed or he like cracked his brain or something. And then there's other times I'm listening to him and I'm like, all right, this guy's freaking me out because he's saying this from
You're
like,
not sure.
Well, that's what I'm like.
This is kind of adding up right now. And if this, you know, if 3 + 3 = 6, we're about to hit 6. And that's
I don't even know how he ended up in my algorithm because I'm on TikTok, but I only follow bands. That's all I do. That's the only thing I do is follow bands on my own personal TikTok, and that's all I post is the bands that I help promote and shit like that. Somehow he popped up in my damn algorithm. I'm like, who the fuck is this? I start watching it and listening to him, and he was like, I'm an alien. And I'm like, are you?
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. I got to the point where people sometimes have asked me, they're like, oh, what's the deal with the alien thing or the alien? I'm just like, oh, that's from when I got abducted.
I stopped by the souvenir shop.
Yeah. You know, they were like, hey,
I've been by
number one, but I was like, it's the wrong finger.
Right?
I've been by the Area 51 souvenir shop several times.
Dude, I want to tour. Somebody put a tour together that Xero Hour go on where it's the extraterrestrial highway. I want to just go play. I don't care if it's the smallest, stupidest stage ever. We'll go play it just for shits and giggles if it's got like a UFO.
I've been to all the fucking souvenir shops down it. Been there.
Now, I will say I have had
traveling.
I've had some weird experiences and stuff, and you could go off with you know, you experience what you believe and what you research and watch. You know, like a lot of people that say they've seen ghosts and stuff, they watch a lot of like horror movies with ghosts. You know, it just triggers in their mind. But I'm more of like historically, like I believe, like, you know, you see the little shadows out your eye. That's like the Hoodle folk. You know, they're from Iceland. Or that was a big Icelandic and Viking and Norse thing. They call them fairies in Ireland. It was the same thing, you know. But yeah, I feel like there's different realms and elements to life than we understand. Everything is sound, everything is frequency, and that's one thing that I guess I try to get across with Xero Hour is you know, music is life. It is. It's all experiences.
Everything has life. Yep, everything has life in it, from the very smallest molecule. If you break down those molecules, it looks like a thing. It's living.
Have you ever heard of cymatics?
Mm-hmm.
I have.
So cymatics is like the everything is from sound, right? Everything is frequency, as you said. And this guy named Nigel, I can't pronounce his last name, of course, but it's called CYMATICS, cymatics by Nigel, and you find it on YouTube. And this dude like put this crazy little music video together, but it shows how sound can manipulate, like it will put salt into different patterns. Different
Yeah.
notes does that. Different notes will make water like distort and look like it's going up or in a
Yeah.
I
weird
was watching them
pattern.
do. I was watching one the other day. It was a bunch of Asian guys, and they put all this like different colored sand on there, and they were using like a pitchfork,
Mhm.
bang on the side of it, and hold it down, and all the sand would shift into these different
Yeah,
geometric
it's like
patterns.
a kaleidoscope.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah,
just
it's
like, dude,
crazy.
it's amazing. It's just like mind blowing just watching it.
It really is, and I kind of want to do something like that with a Zero Hour song once. Just hook it up, and like even
Absolutely.
fire. That Nigel guy even shows like if you're feeding sound into like a gas fed fire, just fire in general, higher notes will raise the flame, and lower notes will lower the flame, and it's just I don't know. It's really cool, really creative, but it really takes your mind and stop to think like,
Yeah, it kind
man,
of
like
makes me think. It kind of
what would
makes
happen to me with the right sound?
Right?
so. Here's something to think about. Did you ever watch Masters of the Universe from the 1980s?
I don't believe I have.
Yes, I did. He-Man.
So there's this. If you ever watch He-Man Masters of the Universe from the 80s, there's a little key that it plays notes, and when you play the different notes, it opens portals to other fucking dimensions based upon those musical notes.
See, I think something like that could have been very real in the ancient world.
It probably still is. We don't know where the flute's at.
I
The
want it.
flute is lost.
If I find it, I'm definitely going to the pyramids.
Right? You're like, I'm on top of it. If you
Yeah.
guys can't find
Ever
me,
get
I'm
a
on top of
chance?
the pyramid.
Go on. Actually, I think it's for free on YouTube, but I think it's on Tubi also. Just look up Masters of the Universe. I think it was like 83 or 84. And it's a good movie, but that's how they were like going through dimensions, was this key that would play different notes, and it would open up portals to other worlds and other dimensions.
That's crazy.
All right, so on that, would you like to roll or no? We're still rolling. Yeah, you said roll.
Yep. Go roll.
Rolling until we drop.
Let's roll.
19. All right. Number 19 is, what is your WWE wrestling name?
Shit. Oh. Just what my name is now, Tej Light. So Tej Light is it's me, but that phrase of my name is not my actual name.
Okay.
It's just broken up, but the way I came up with it, and it's kind of funny, was at first I thought it was like a drink, I was hanging out with a friend of a friend, and one night, and we were just hanging out drinking and talking, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna change my Facebook name to Tej Light, and I did. And they're like, man, that sounds like a drink. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, come home from work and have a nice, cool Tej Light. And I was like, and I've just left it ever since. The name is
It's a new strain.
I can see that. I can see that.
Mm-hmm. What's the intro music? What kind of intro music you gonna have?
Intro music. Very angry. I would probably use one of the 0 Hour songs that we just got done recording, called "Bend the Knee."
All right. It's come out just rah.
Yeah, it's
That's
very. I like promoting my own stuff. No, I would definitely use that. It's just very, it's like that feeling where you're just like, all right, that's it. All hell's breaking. Like this is it. I'm done. I'm taking the money. I'm going and kicking in the door today. Like whatever it is you're feeling, that song gets that aggression out, and I feel like it really just speaks volumes in so many ways.
Right. All right, Mojo, roll it.
75.
75.
75. All right. If you had to survive in a horror movie, what would your character be?
I am a United States Marine Corps veteran. I will stick with that in a horror movie.
All right. Heck yeah, that's a good one to pick.
I'd be like, let's bring it.
Right? I don't blame you. That's a good one to pick. Because I was kind of thinking about this one. It's like, all right, so if I'm going to be like going after, I don't know, the Loch Ness monster, or if he got all crazy or something, like what would you be? Would you be like a torpedo shark, or like, what? You
So
gotta get
you're
creative with
so you're a
things.
Marine. Where did you go to basic training at?
Paris Island.
I live in Paris Island.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Paris Island
it's
is
right
like
down the road from you.
yeah, Paris Island is like 30 seconds from my apartment complex because I actually live in like Port Royal is where I actually live.
Okay.
It's literally like you leave my apartment complex and it's like 30 seconds and it's Paris Island.
Yeah, the island of everything. I haven't been back since I became a Marine, if that tells
Really?
you anything.
Well, I mean, yeah, most Marines don't
Memories.
ever want to go back. Now, my dad, he was a Marine.
Oh, nice.
And,
Super proud.
we he lives here, and I'm like, I've always heard of like when you go to basic training, that is the last place that you ever want to fucking live, and you live
So,
right down the street from where you live.
somebody at work was talking to me about the Marine Corps, something I did in the Marine Corps recently, and they go, so just a question. I was like, yeah. They're like, would you do it all over again? And I was like, oh, in a heartbeat. And I was like, in fact, if there was a way, I'd love to go back to Paris Island to do the 13 weeks of basic just to see how much it's changed since 18 years. Wow. It's been 18
It's probably
years.
changed.
I think it's
It's
longer
probably
than.
changed a lot.
I don't
Huh?
think it's 13 weeks anymore. I think it's 16.
No, it's still 13.
It's still 13. Somebody told me that I heard somebody talking about how they extended all of them, and
Nah.
I was like, I don't know.
No, the Army is 8. I think the Navy's 9, and the Air Force is 9. I think Navy might be 10 or 11. I might be wrong on that, but I know the Marine Corps has been 13 weeks since like I'm gonna say 1800 something.
Yeah,
Probably.
I know. Like here, all their graduations are like every Tuesday because their families come in and stay on Hilton Head Island, and I can see like all the cars done up. We're here to pick up our Marine, and
Oh yeah. So the families usually come in about Tuesdays, and then Wednesdays they kind of do an event, and then Thursday is family days, show your family the island, and then Friday morning's graduation, go get off the island.
yeah, so they always come in. I felt bad for this one family. They flew in the other day, and I walked in there, and they're all wearing the Marine Corps stuff and all that, and they're like, yeah, we're so excited. We just got to get an Uber. It's only 15 minutes away. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, it's only 15 minutes away, right? And I'm like, no, you're on Hilton Head Island. That's Paris Island. That's about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on traffic. And they're like, what? And I was like, yeah, good luck getting an Uber to fucking take you to Paris Island from here.
Hey.
No.
They flew in. And I was just like, oh my God. So I got on and actually found transportation for them that wasn't an arm and a leg and helped them out with the whole thing. And they were just like,
that's nice of you.
Thank you. I was like, I don't know who the hell told you to stay on Hilton Head to go to Paris Island because that was fucking crazy.
Yeah, like you said, it's about Hilton Head's about an hour north, I think.
Well, Hilton Head's an hour south
Of Beaufort?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Sure is.
Well, see, now you know if you ever go back.
Yep. All right. Roll it, Mojo.
85. All right. If one of your songs could be on a video game, which song would you pick?
Oh man, I thought you were about to ask me what video game, because I was just telling my son I want my music on Rocket League.
Well, what song would you put on Rocket League then?
I'd put them all on Rocket League.
Yeah.
Man, one that is another one that's on the new album that we're getting ready to start working on and then taking to the studio. is Fall. And then I think another one would be a song called like Water.
All right.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Roll it, Mojo.
Rolling. Whoa. 14. Didn't we do 14?
I don't
I
know.
want to say we did. Nope. This is a what strings do you like best? So if you're a singer, what microphone do you prefer?
Well, I do play guitar. I play rhythm guitar.
Okay.
Not
So-
all the time. I'm stepping back from playing guitar on stage. I still write with guitar, still come up with riffs and everything like that. But
Let's do a complete like rig rundown from guitar, strings, mics, the whole nine. Like,
all
what
right,
do you-
mics. I like my Shure. What's it? 57. I thought I had it.
Find it. That's a red shirt.
I thought I had it sitting somewhere. My amp, I have a Diamond Heretic, which is sitting right there. I don't know if you can really
Yeah.
see it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's right there. And then I play Diamond guitars. I like LTD guitars. They're pretty cool. You get really nasty sound. So my Diamond kind of mirrors the LTD with the EMG pickups and stuff like that. And then my bass player got me. I used to be really big fan of the Dario strings, but my bass player, Butch, he got me into Ernie Ball Beefy Slinkies. Is the strings I use on the guitars now.
Okay.
I'll have to say, some of the names of these companies for strings have just like, because I've heard so many different kinds, and I've seen the freaking whole entire wall of strings. And where do they come up with it? I just want to know where they come up
Hey,
with these names.
Still to this day, you got to think about we've done over 100 episodes of sound injection. So
Oh, wow.
we've literally interviewed over 100 bands in less than a year, and no one, not one bass player or guitarist plays the strings that I play.
What do you play?
Dean Markley's.
I heard some, or was I read? I think I either saw an ad or I saw a packet of those somewhere recently, but I recognize Dean. Never tried them.
I play a 6-string bass is usually what I play.
Okay.
And I play there's Dean Markley cryogenically treated strings. And I play those, and I've played them for years and years and years. I've played them, and I love them. I love the way that they feel. I love the way that they sound. They've got just such a deep, clean, crisp sound out of them. If you're just going with that natural bass sound, but even adding like distortion and pedals, they just, goddamn, they're so beefy.
Yeah.
So, but I'm the only one. Like I've never heard of it out of all the fucking bass players that have been on here. I'm just like, am I the only one? Like, I'm all by myself.
I have to get our bass player to get on here sometime.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Mojo, roll it before we play their video.
Number 11. If you can own any mystical creature, what mystical creature would you own?
Mystical creature.
Probably hook up
Well,
with
didn't they
Amy.
like confirm dragons being real last year or something weird? Weren't they like, oh, we found a dragon skeleton and they were real? I don't know. Dragons would be cool, especially if they're like Game of Thrones dragons, you know, these huge beasts that you could just be like, yeah.
Here's my thing. There's lizards that have wings. That's what a goddamn fucking dragon is. Just because it's tiny doesn't mean that shit didn't fucking exist at some fucking point. Like they evolved, they come from something.
Well, dinosaurs could have been dragons, you know.
Yeah,
just because we call something different now. Right. And it's just because we call something different now doesn't mean that's not what they were referring to back then.
I agree. I'm saying dragons were real.
Like if you go
kiss my ass.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like if you went back to like, 800 AD and showed hey, what is this? And it's like a T-Rex, they're going to be like, fucking dragons probably or some shit.
Probably.
You're like, dragon. You'll be like, hey. Keep them
So-
away.
On
Off
that,
drugs.
what social media platforms do you guys prefer to socialize with your fans? Where can they get your music? And most importantly, where can they get your merch?
All right. I put the band's link in the comment section on the Facebook page, xerohourband.com. Yep, there it is. Thank you. And we have merch, upcoming shows, where to stream us. You can stream us Spotify, YouTube, Apple, Amazon, all the major players, and all the underdog streaming apps that people haven't heard of, like Deezer, which actually pays artists that aren't signed to big labels. Let's see, merch, shows, YouTube. We interact with fans on YouTube a little bit. We're going to be dropping some other videos, not just music videos, but just kind of some other stuff we're working on.
Yeah.
We've been working on doing like our own weird commercials. We got a shoe brand with Xero Shoes, or a partnership with the company called Xero
Yeah.
Shoes, which is pretty cool. The links on our Facebook page. Facebook's the real big winner, just because I feel like that's where a lot of things get posted to first directly is Facebook, because it's so
Yes.
much quicker and easier.
Yeah.
And Instagram and Instagram stories really is the big one. I feel like for some reason I've talked to bands from 30 followers to 300,000 followers, and I've heard some bands that are really known and popular say, "Oh yeah, we post it. We just make a post on Facebook, and that's how we let people know."
Yeah.
But I've seen where other bands have had a lot more luck with like stories, because you got your story there. I can put background music, or I can tell you directly, show January 31st with Tantric Blue Note. Bam, there it is. You heard it all. Here's the link, and then you can click it right there, and you're there. So just anywhere. And TikTok, we got a good following on. We're almost at 2,000 followers on TikTok, and half the time we're just putting up random stuff that we're like, oh, it looks kind of cool.
Right.
Yeah, no shit.
You know what? But somebody told me recently, they were just like, man, your music's just like really raw. And I'm like, cool. And they're like, don't take that as like a bad thing. Like, that's a major compliment right now. And I'm like, saying my music's raw? Okay, cool. Well, then somebody goes, your videos are raw. And I was like, good, right? And they're like, yeah. I was like, cool. And I don't mean to put it off like all our fans are stoners. They're not. It's just me. I'm the stoner.
Well,
At
that's
least
a
you
new
can
word
admit it.
now. I got to keep up on them.
So on that, we actually have one of their music videos right here. And on that, we love you guys. And we will actually be back in an hour with another band that's going to be
Yeah,
coming.
you guys have another show. Good luck on that show tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And here we go. Stick around because you want to watch Xero Hour's music. And then we'll be back in another hour.
Action.
Thank you, guys.
Medicine Peter! The demon inside of me, something forgotten has been unleashed. Make your threats on my life. I'm out for blood, I'm ready to fight. You keep pushing me every day, but you still can't break me. I'm tougher than these nails. I served my time in hell. Keep trying to break me down, and I'll bury you 6 feet underground. I serve my help. I serve my help. I serve That's fine!
That's fucking great!